to be a bit closer, don't we? So hello everyone. Today we've come back to do our live readings. It is Wednesday at 5 or just after, and this is where we're going to be doing them each week. At 4. At 4. I'll put at 5. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to be doing live readings at 4 till 5 every Wednesday. So it's going to be from this group, so hopefully you can... I did put 5. Oh. Anyway, we're an hour early. So if you're on the group now and you want some readings, now's the chance to pop up. We're just going to have a little bit of a chit chat while everyone's starting to log on. And Paula does hypnotherapy, so we're just going to talk a little bit about hypnotherapy before we go into the readings. So I don't know if people have ever had hypnotherapy or ever wondered what it is, what it does. So I'm going to ask Paula, what is hypnotherapy best used for?
It's used for a number of different things. It can be used for pain management, it can be used for phobias, it can be used for confidence and self-esteem, it can be used for giving up smoking, drinking, so it can be used for everything. Using that powerful part of your mind, anything that you want to fix, your unconscious mind will fully support what it is that you want to change about yourself.
So if somebody wanted to give up smoking, would it help with that?
It depends. It depends. One, they need to want to give it up. Sometimes people come in and say, I want my partner to give it up. So that's not them. You've got to want to give it up. So any changes that you want to make, again, we'll fully support you, but we need to look at why do you start smoking, what do you use it for, what is it you feel your weaknesses when you decide to smoke. So everybody's different, their reasons for starting smoking. Do they smoke under stress? Is it just that part of that pattern of the habit of smoking a cigarette after coffee or whatever? Yeah, it depends.
Okay, what about, does it help for anxiety and depression?
Right, the best way to describe hypnotherapy, how it works, imagine your mind, 75% of your mind is your unconscious. So your unconscious is where all your beliefs, your phobias, your patterns of behaviour, everything is stored in 75% of which is your unconscious. Only 25% of your mind is the conscious mind, which is good. We need to use that. If we're going to cross the road, we're going to use our, is it safe to do so? But a lot of patterns of behaviour is 75% is the unconscious. So all you're doing, say for instance with phobias, is you're just desensitising that feeling and putting in a more positive. Imagine your mind is like a computer database.
I'm so technical.
Yeah, so everything, your mind is like a computer, so you have to reprogram and just desensitise the feelings. I am being very serious. I'm very serious when it comes to my hypnotherapy. I may not be serious with anything else. So yeah, it does work, it fully supports you. There's a lot of fears around hypnotherapy. A lot of people say, am I in control? It's very much like being in a meditative state where...
Are they put out completely?
No, not at all. If it's like talking someone down through a meditation, except you're going that little bit deeper, so that busy part of your mind is quiet, gives you a bit of a break, and then your unconscious is listening. It's very aware to the new suggestions that we put in. It's a very powerful part of your mind. That you can do a lot with it. But unfortunately we do inherit, or we're not born with these conditions of phobias and all sorts, and that's something that's a part of the behaviour we've adopted.
Don't talk to
and because it's part of our behaviour every day, we just need to desensitise from those feelings. A lot of fears around hypnosis are, am I in control, am I asleep? For instance, stage hypnosis.
Will you make me sing like a chicken?
No. If it didn't sit...
I'm just asking questions that people might ask.
No, seriously. If it was say for instance I said to you, might be the wrong thing here, you're going to get undressed and run down the road naked, chances are you'll do it.
Yeah.
But if for instance, if I said to someone under hypnosis, right, you're going to run down the road, you're going to strip off naked, if that didn't sit morally right with you, you wouldn't do it. So you're totally in control. If we were in a hypnosis and, say for instance, there was a fire, I would say to you, right, we need to get out of the building, there's a fire. You'd be wide awake and you'd be straight out the door. So there is no mind control. You're totally in control, but you know, if you've got that trust in the hypnotherapist and you really want the changes, you're just going along with that power of suggestion. And again, you know, your unconscious mind fully supports
How long
changes.
does each session take?
So a session, you have a free consultation. The reason for that is it really depends on what it's about. If it's a phobia or if it's to do with anxiety, depression, where has that started from? We need sometimes to go right back and regress you right back to childhood till we get to an age. Your subconscious mind is listening and it's also indicating. I normally look for the finger will move and answer. Is that right? That's still on. I know it's listening, and then I'm just putting in those suggestions. So it could take an hour. It could take more. It really depends on how complex the situation is. So we offer a free consultation. Then I do a script which is for you. So I'll be asking positives about yourself. You know, what are your strengths? What makes you happy? What makes you, you know, a good feelings about yourself? So when we do the hypnotherapy, we do it in one session, and then we do a recording which we send to you just to reinforce. So it's part of that new reality. So you're bringing it back to your conscious mind and part of your everyday reality. So depending on what it's for, normally about 40 minutes. And that includes the first session of hypnotherapy.
And you give out this disc with that, the recording?
Well, I record it. So again, normally people come for one session, sometimes two. But normally you'll have the first session, then I will contact and just say, you know, how's it going? How are you feeling? What do you feel your strengths are? What is it we need to change? Has anything changed? You know, whether it's patterns of behaviour or whatever it is, and then we reinforce the positives. So in the script is actually adapted for the individual, and they keep listening. It just reinforces, and if you like, it reprograms the way your powerful mind, the way it thinks. And it's as simple as that.
Okay, so if you would like to know more on having hypnotherapy, if you want to change the behaviour patterns or help yourself, depression, anxiety, smoking, weight loss, sleepless nights, give Paula a message or message us on the page Mystic River Lounge, and we can give you more details. Or look on our website www.mysticriverlounge.co.uk. So the sun is just coming down. It's a bit of oh, look at me, I'm all stripy. You are?
I'm a bit frumpy actually.
So we're going to start doing live readings. So who would like a reading?
It's been ages since we've actually done any live readings. But as you can imagine, I was just saying before Kate dropped the phone, we have been really, really busy moving shops to North End. We're really busy with moving from North End. Really busy, but we are now just starting to get back to some sort of normality, so we will have the time every week to log on and do readings.
We are back on it. We've got a little routine. So I should have shown them around the shop, although I haven't washed up, so we'll show you around next week.
We'll show you next week. And of course we'll have a launch day soon.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the garden to be finished, and then we can do a proper launch day.
Yeah.
So who would like a little reading? We have got Lizzie, Mal,
many on.
yeah, we got a few on there. Oh, it's going to go back. Julie, hi. Okay, so let's have a look. We're going to go Julie, Julie, Joe. Okay, so if you pick one and then I'll pick one.
Right, who's this one for then?
Julie. This is for
one?
Julie.
So for Julie, okay.
Julie Saunders, hello. Hope you're still with us.
Okay. Well, I felt I needed to pull two out, and two lovely cards. So, you can see that we got the Sun and the Empress. So for me, this is all about the August time. It's the summer months. What's that? What are you doing? You're misbehaving. Sorry, she's
I'm
being
just saying, look.
badly behaved behind here. So for me, this is. I want to say with the Sun, it reminds me very much about children and family, and also the Empress is the lady feeling quite secure, feeling happy emotionally, everything coming together, and abundance. And of course, children are now back at school, so there's mum there looking quite happy. But for me, on a serious note, this is about, I feel that there could be news around family, around children, also around education, so good news coming, but also some good news around the home, so it could be to do with, just home improvements, or just feeling much more secure, everything coming together. I also want to go, and I feel very drawn to the August time with the Sun, but I want to go more sort of September time. So it makes me feel the last sort of 4 weeks, whether you've been making some plans, or also this is about holidays for me as well. So it's plans for the future, so lots of fun, energetic, lots of nice new energy coming in.
Okay, so hopefully, Julie, that makes sense. Good news within the family. Joe, hello, Joe.
Oh, you got
Oh, I
Brian
was going to
there.
get a Brian, but I need a question for Brian. So if you have a question, anyone, give me a question, and we can ask Brian. So Joe, the card I picked for you is. Get a close up of me then. So it's this is Joe Wilkinson. So Joe, the Fool is the first card, and this card is the second one. So for me, this is all about taking. September's a good vibe around you at the moment. Taking a leap of faith, taking a bit of a risk, but it should pay out. It should pay off for you. New ventures, new opportunities. You might be feeling, if you've got children and they're at school now, you might be feeling that freedom and that yay, like I did yesterday. But if not, then this card is just everything for me around a new venture for you, new beginnings, new job, new creation, and just having a whole new chapter, but feeling a lot more excited. And a little bit more playful energy coming in for you, a little bit more fun. The other card is listening to your intuitive feelings. So listen to what your body's saying, listen to your gut feelings. You might get messages from dreams, you might be seeing little white feathers everywhere. Spirit, let us know that they're around in all different forms. You might see coins that mean something. So listen and look out for little messages, but listen to your own gut feelings as well. Listen to your body, what it feels like, what it's telling you. So maybe have a little bit of time to meditate as well within this new chapter that you've got coming up for yourself. But overall, the feeling is very positive about a new beginning and being on the right path. Okay, Joe?
Can I just go back to the ones I just now? That also for me could indicate if there's been problems with children, it could be someone's health improving, it could be someone having a child, so there could be pregnancy involved there. So if you don't want babies, just be careful.
Sit on it. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, Chloe. Hiya, Chloe. Did you?
Right.
Chloe
Hello,
Ward.
Chloe.
And then we'll do Lizzie.
Okay, so we've got the Hangman. Okay, so for me the Hangman is very much about making sacrifices. It's also about being in a bit of a limbo. I want to say I'm feeling drawn to go back to the last 2 months for some reason. So again, I'm not just connecting with the card, but I'm connecting with your name, the vibration I'm picking up. I want to go back the last 2 months in particular. I don't know whether this is to do with education or whether it's to do with work, learning some new skills, but it makes me feel as though you've been waiting for something to move forward. Certainly feels sort of around educational career, that sort of thing. So for me, I want to say in the last 2 months, I feel that the energy's moving forward quite quickly. So although that Hangman's it's been a little bit stagnant for a while, I want to say as we're moving through this month, I've got some communication coming forward for you. This is certainly around transformation. It's to do with change, with the death card there. Okay, so this is about something new. It's a new journey, transformation and change, but it's much more positive. So it brings an end of a cycle. For me, it feels, I want to go back, and I don't know why I do this, but I want to go back the last 2 years. So there's a big change. It's something that's quite significant, okay? So it's coming, but it's a transition that you're going through, whereas I feel that you, it's about your future, it's about your career, it's about future goals, okay?
Okay, and Lizzie? Lizzie, I've got this is from, again, the Tarot Fairy cards, real cool cards, and you've got the wheel here. So this is about the third time I've picked this card. It was yesterday's daily card. So here it's saying it's all about movement. Delays are over, sudden or unexpected, good luck, a new car or travel. So everything to do with movement, Lizzie, everything to do with moving things forward. Luck is now appears to be on your side, but it is with action. So if you're sat at home doing nothing but you want things to change, that's not going to work. You need to do something, and then this card moves much more into your favour. So what it's saying is that you've got the potential now to be able to bring luck into your side, on your side. The energies around you at the moment are trying to be lucky for you. So if you listen to those and start moving forward with ideas and plans, there could be some studying, there could be some learning and some knowledge backing this up as well. Again, this card fits for me around September, so it does feel comfortable within the month, where you're kind of just letting the summer months go, and you're coming into the harvest but bringing in new energies here. So I feel like if you're and ahhing about doing something, this card indicates go for it, use your wisdom, use your knowledge, and get things moving. If things have been stale, stagnant, or just going downhill, then this card indicates things are about to change with action, and keeping a positive mindset. We all know how energy works. What you give out, you get back. So keeping a positive mindset to bring on those positive changes. But get going with things. You've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Lucky Influence.
One of the best cards. Right, who we got now?
So now we have your little daughter.
Ooh, what one?
Hayley.
I can't read for you.
Okay,
Hayley.
I'll pull one for Hayley.
I know you too well.
Okay, and David. It's up as loud as it will go, so the volume, we can't do anything. Sorry. What are you doing now?
We're brilliant with our technology, aren't we? So you need to turn the camera back.
Yes, that's it. So,
Scary.
I'm going to pull one for Hayley, you pull one for David.
Right, pull one for
Okay. Oh, I nearly dropped my balls.
Right, I'll do David now then, okay? So, we got the moon. Like the moon. Or do we? Psychic, dreams, premonitions, anything to do with psychic and spiritual. This, for me, feels very much like lots of things are not revealed yet. And I feel that you're maybe thinking about some changes or... I want to say that I don't know whether you're thinking about doing something that...
By the way, David, I haven't told her a thing or anything.
It makes me feel you may be wanting to do something that you did before, but there needs to be some more planning involved in this. She's misbehaving again. So for me, I want to say, I don't know what it is, but I feel I want to go into unknown areas with this. It could be an element of travel with this. Also, it could be, well, I feel like you're trying to set up your own business, or you're making some new plans. All I want to say is, again, with the moon, it's very powerful, isn't it, the moon? So, paying attention to your dreams. I feel a lady, I've got a motherly vibration. I don't like saying that word unless I know who it is, but I feel that there's mum, or there's someone that comes in on mum's side of the family supporting you. I feel changes around the home as well, so there's two things being indicated here. I feel there's two changes to do with your home and around work, whereas they both need to work together with the right balance. So hopefully that makes some sort of sense, because the wife here.
It does make sense,
Yeah,
I think.
okay.
But we'll
So,
get David's opinion.
David, I'll leave that with you, honey, so hopefully that makes some sort of sense. Do pay attention. You don't need other people's, it's as if, in a sense, you need to get reassurance from others. Trust that intuition of yours. You're making all the right plans, so put it all into action, and I feel that as we complete sort of around November this year, something, I don't know if it's a new premises, but something's going to, a solid foundation behind it, and it's really good. Okay? So this lady's encouraging you. So I can't get much more. I feel around her, my chest feels a little bit tight. So I don't know whether she had some problems around her chest. She's not giving me much other than that. Apart from that, she is fully supporting you in your new plans. So it's lovely. Real positive. Okay?
Okay,
My
Hayley.
arms hurting, actually.
Hayley, you've got the parrot from the
Oh, that
animal.
makes sense. The parrot actually talks enough.
From the animal card. So, Hayley, this is saying it's the perfect time to learn all you can by returning to school, taking a seminar, or conducting research. Do your best work, and the law of attraction will bring you prosperity and career advancement. So, Hayley, this for me is all about focus. Needing to pay attention to things, needing to focus things. You're taking up. You like this in bed? You're taking up all the room.
Well, I'm not going to say what I'm looking at. When I tell you that.
And being able to, put all your eggs in one basket, not focusing on lots of things, but putting all your eggs in one basket, Hayley, so that you can get the results that you want. But studying and learning more, getting all that information for the next chapter that will be coming up. But career changes, work changes. So you might either go back to college, or be thinking about going back to college, or learning something that needs a bit more attention for you to move forward. Okay? Did you see that?
What's that?
It's David's mum. Don't read it out loud, but can you see that?
Oh dear. Okay.
Okay, so Nat Wilson. You want to do Nat?
Yeah, I'm doing that. Okay. We could ask as well, is there any particular, obviously I'll do that now, so I don't know if she'll have time to respond, if there's any particular areas or questions. For me, again, we've got the Empress again. So this is all about abundance, is everything coming together financially, there could be some changes around the home. Also, okay. I'm stuck.
Hold on.
Okay, do you know what? I'm feeling that this is very positive.
Do you like my effect?
This is a very positive card, and I don't know whether you're looking at moving or wanted to move, or again, I want to go back. You've not been happy, is it? You've not been settled. It could be the environment you're living in, just wanting to make some changes. I'm just feeling with this, everything's coming together financially. There could be some improvements around the home, but it makes me feel that there's some movement. There's a feeling of being feeling unsettled, and also there could be additions. Whether you're in somewhere that's too small and you need a bigger space, I'm not sure. But the feeling with generally just tying it up quickly, the Empress is about everything coming together. So it's financially, emotionally feeling secure, feeling happier in your home, but I certainly feel that there's some change which is going to bring encouraging change for you, which is going to put you in a better place. Okay?
Okay, so I'll do Nikki. Thanks, David. Kate would run down the road naked.
Yeah, of course you would.
Remember when we did it in Benidorm?
You did it, didn't
Oh yeah, you didn't come in, did you?
I'm better behaved than Kate.
So if I do Nikki, then you can do Karen Norman. So Nikki, I'm just about to pull a card. If anyone's got any questions that you want to ask Brian, we have our Brian deck, but he's for questions. So give us a few questions. Nikki, this card is all about be careful about, be cautious, or it's a squirrel card. Be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white. Consider, for example, whether you are spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotional versus building walls. So it's all about balance. So maybe you've been either saving up too much money and not being flexible, or maybe you've been spending it and not saving it. So it's all about balance and being flexible around whichever area is the most is in your most important for you. I also get here the need, perhaps over the more winter months. I know we have Christmas as an expenditure, but maybe this year there could be a bit more expense, so be careful about what does come in and what go out. And over these next autumn, winter months, just kind of keeping a little bit reserved, keeping a little bit back there. If you are thinking about expanding with anything, you might have to save up first before you expand. And again, you might be feeling just keeping things a little bit close to your chest, so you may have felt that overexposure in one area or another, so keeping things a little bit close to your chest over the next couple of months. But mainly it's about balance, not being too tight, not being too generous, just getting that balance of finances and emotional stuff. Okay?
And who's the other one?
Karen Norman. Not yeah, Karen Norman.
Okay, so I had, again, the Hangman, but also the High Priestess. Now, Karen, the first thing I felt drawn to, for some reason, and it's quite bizarre what we feel when we connect, but I was straight away drawn to the left-hand side of my face and around the jaw area. I don't know if I feel around the tooth, so I don't know if you've been having some problems with your teeth. And it's nothing to do with these cards, it's completely separate. Can you just be, if there's anything that needs, if you're having some problems around that side, just making sure, you know, if there's any problems with your teeth, that you get it sorted. You know what it's like? Anything like that always flares up at night when we're climbing the walls. There's something around that area, and I feel drawn around your tooth, okay? So just be aware of that. Moving on, the High Priestess and the Hangman there. Again, this is very much, I feel, it's about you. You've made the sacrifices, but you've not been trusting your intuition. Okay, so it's a little bit of, I feel there's a bit of a brick wall, but it's that you've been a bit afraid to step forward. This again is about positive change, and I feel a little bit, I don't know if there's been some emotional or some stuff going on with health. I feel drawn to sort of some emotional stuff that's been going on over the past year where it's been a little bit challenging. What I do feel here is with the High Priestess, it is about using your intuition, but also don't overanalyze things. Just trust that intuition. But I do also feel you need some help as well. Okay, so if there is, you're going through a bit of a difficult patch at the moment, just asking and getting people leaning on some people for support. Again, with the Hangman, that kind of doesn't stay with that. It may be a little bit stagnant at the moment, but that energy has to move. And I do feel that once we get past, we've got a little bit of a while yet, I've got to be honest. When we get into sort of January, the new year, I feel that you're going to be able to move forward. But I do feel a strong impression there needs to be, whether you're looking after someone else's health, whether you're having to act as some sort of support there. It feels a little bit heavy, I've got to be honest, but just ask for support, get some help, but also I feel quite tired. My energy's just completely gone flat, so I feel quite tired with you. So I've got Kate here trying to give me a cushion. We do, when we work like this, we do take on those conditions, not for long. I've got Kate to look after me. But just be aware, it just feels a little bit challenging at the moment. Just work through it, ask for support, and I feel as we get to sort of January time, that energy's going to lift. And then it'll be sort of new beginnings. I do feel sacrifices, but also less of a responsibility. That's the word I'm looking for. So hopefully then makes some sort of sense. Okay?
Okay, Carolyn, this is for you. Justice card. So justice to me is coming up for October time. It's all about, okay, I've got a couple of things coming there. The first thing is about balance. Again, money, we spoke about this with someone earlier, getting the finances balanced. I don't know if you're trying to clear debt, paying debt, or if you're just trying to get things balanced around material matters. There could be some legalities going on around you, paperwork things going around you at the moment. But I feel that you're trying to get a general balance of everything in your life at the moment. You're trying to get organised, you're trying to get focused, and you're trying to make everything much more of a routine in your life at the moment. So I feel as you come into October, this is where the balance and the harmony around situations are going to start to come in. If there's been any arguments or anything going on that you're just that you're just not happy with, then again this proves that, oh, this says to me that October is going to be much more harmonious and balanced. Now I don't know if you're looking at spiritual work, if you're looking at getting into more psychic development, spiritual work, but for me this card indicates thinking about it or just dipping your toe in the water a little bit. So wherever you're at, whatever level that you're in your advancement there, I feel you might be pushing yourself a little bit more coming into the early autumn months, and just trying to get your intuition going a little bit more, and you might look at learning it and developing new psychic spiritual courses, workshops, whatever it is, but I feel your spiritual and your intuition is going to become a little bit more heightened, and you'll want to know a little bit more on that. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Usually indicates a good, fair outcome of a situation. Fair, not necessarily to us, but fair to the universe, so the right thing being done. So sometimes you might just have to trust that the right thing for the good of everyone, the higher good, is being done, and this card indicates that the right thing is going to be done, and there will be harmony for all. Okay, so now we have we've done Lizzie, Mel White.
Okie dokie, right.
Yeah, I know you said the volume's low, guys, but it's not. The volume is at the highest, so I don't know. It's only an iPhone, so not a lot we can do about that.
Sometimes as well, when you play, when it comes to the end of the recording and you play back, if you have a listen back on it, then sometimes it can sound, you can adjust the volume, or it may sound a little bit louder.
So if there's any producers out there that want to come in
please,
and do some technical stuff with us loose mystics here, then, you know, drop by.
Okay, so Mel.
Yes.
Not you, talking to Mel. Okay, so we've got the Tower. Okay, a lot of people don't like the Tower. It is a card of, you see the bottom of the Tower there, it's the foundations are breaking apart. So for me this very much is, I like the Tower because what it's going to do is it's an end of a situation where the foundations haven't been right for a long, long time. It's as if in a sense you've been settling for something you're not completely happy with, and what's happening, there's just some forces that may be a bit out of your control at the moment, but it's going to bring in some more positive energy. Again with the Chariot, so this is about victory and success. I've got to be honest, I feel this could be around the home.
You've got to be honest.
Yeah, I do. I like to make it light and fluffy, but I can't. But it's not a bad thing, honestly. There's always a positive from any situation, as you know. So, with the Tower, I feel that there's some changes that's going on. There's some challenges. This could be around family. This is the feeling I'm getting. It could be around the home. It could be around family. It could be around children. You may be having some problems with children, with schooling and that sort of thing. So anything that's in your personal life. With the Chariot, I love that card, victory and success, overcoming your obstacles, and I feel that there's some news, I want to say within the next 2 weeks, that's going to put you back on a more positive path.
That might help with it.
Okay, so hopefully that helps. Do you have to zoom in?
It might help with the...
I look terrible today, honestly. I haven't even done my hair. Okay, so although it feels that it's maybe been a bit challenging, there may have been a bolt out the blue, there may have been some news, there may have been a situation that was out of your control. Of course, this can relate to financial matters and around the home, with it being the Tower, but with positive silver lining. There we go. All right.
Okay, Caroline, then you're doing Sarah. Caroline Boxham, I think that's it. This is for you.
Just because you're 8 years younger than me, do you have to put that camera so close? Just because you look all fresh, you know.
Well, do you want a couple of spoons over your eyes?
We'll tell you the joke about that when we finish.
No, we won't.
No, we won't, we can't.
Okay, so Caroline, this card, 8 of Cups. So this card for me, again, very spiritual, moving into much more a deeper understanding on your emotional side of things. You might find that if there's some difficult things going on at the moment, where you're trying to move into new areas or leaving things behind that no longer serve you, and you're wanting to move on. So this could be leaving the material things behind, so you're looking at ways to help you feel much more inner peace, therefore moving into spiritual ways. You know, when people say they're going to go away to find themselves, that's got this energy around it. You may just be finding that the work or situation that you're doing just doesn't serve you anymore. So although a difficult decision while you're making it, the transition will be much better for you and you'll feel a lot lighter. So there's a moving on, there's a leaving things behind, leaving the trouble behind, leaving all the emotional crap behind as you go in search of something a lot more deeper and a lot more meaningful. And particularly if you're into the spiritual stuff quite a lot, Caroline, this would be great. So spiritual advancement, a lot more wisdom coming up for you. And more maybe doing things on your own, as opposed to if you're waiting for friends to join classes and groups with you, you might find that you're better off just cracking on and doing it, and listening to what feels right for you inside. So although things may feel a little bit uncomfortable, the movement will be a lot better for you, okay? Sarah Hanby?
What did you say? I know.
Do you?
I
Okay, do you want to do
Sarah.
Sue then after that?
Otherwise I'll be weak with someone I know.
Okay, I will do you Sarah. Do I know Sarah?
I don't think so.
Right, okay, let's do you Sarah.
I know Sarah, but through her mum.
Okay, Sarah, I'll do you Sarah and then you can do Sue. Okay, Sarah. Oh, very similar to that last one. So this card definitely is all about moving into calmer waters. So you may have had some mental situations going on. You might have had some difficult decisions, but mentally you might have felt that things have got a bit hectic. I mean, I don't know how old you are. How old is Sarah? She's got kids?
Yeah.
So it could just be the school
Sorry,
holidays.
Sarah, I can't remember. Can't remember how old I am, let alone anyone else.
Could be the school holidays, but everything's been manic. But there is situations around you at the moment where mentally your head has been stressed, and you're now moving into calmer water. You're leaving things behind again that we've said no longer serve you. There's transitions with this, and it feels like there's about 6 months that you've been going through, and 6 months that you've got coming up, where there's a whole, like everything that's coming full circle for you. I feel quite quick with this, so it feels like all of a sudden everything starts moving quickly forward for you. And although you don't know where you're moving to, or you might not know where you're heading to, it's going to be a lot better. So you've just got to trust that that movement is going to come up better for you. You might be literally just moving house or moving work, but it feels like there's a lot of things going on in the mind, lots of different things as well, not just one or two. Lots of things that you're just umming and ahhing about. So I feel that you will be, over the next 6 months, getting out of this and moving into something much more calmer, allowing your emotions to settle for you. So yeah, don't be afraid of what's ahead. Just go for it. Okay?
Moving on to calmer waters.
Yeah.
We like that, don't we?
We do.
Right, so who am I?
Sue.
Again, when we do readings, and even if it's people we don't know very well, if we know of them, sometimes that gets in the way, doesn't it? When you know someone, it tends to get in the way. So,
Sue.
Sue, okay. Right. So, the Devil. I don't like that card either, but it can be a positive card. It can also be a little bit oppressive, a bit restrictive, but it's about leaving all those, taking off, you see those chains? You see those? They are quite loose. So you are more in control than you think. So if there's a situation where you feel it's been holding you back, this could also be a card of, you may be going through some emotional problems or anything to do with addictions. I'm not saying you are, but it's very much very emotional card. It could also be feeling restricted, feeling that someone's controlling you, or it could be that you feel out of control with your life. This is also, I feel, around work. So if there's a situation going on around work, this is a very good card to have. It's also about you, leadership, playing a role. It could be promotion at work. For me, very much this feels more about sort of letting go of the past, but also sitting back in your power, taking some control back. It very much feels that there may have been some restriction placed on you, whereas you've felt a little bit that you've not been able to have the freedom. It's a good card. If it is around work, it could be to do with leadership and promotion and that sort of thing. But again, remember those chains are very loose. You can't take them off. and you can be back in control. It doesn't feel heavy for me, I've got to be honest. The devil can mean many different things, but I'm just connecting with the energy of that card, and it doesn't feel oppressive to me. It feels more about, it could be to do with career and leadership, okay? So any promotions, anything, or it's about you taking, what's the word, Kate? Taking the lead a little bit more.
Taking charge, being back in control. Yeah. Initiative.
That's the word, Eric. We've just got Eric come in.
Releasing anything that's controlling you.
Eric's hiding over in the corner. So anyway, yeah, good positive card. I don't feel any negative with it. It's certainly nothing to be afraid of, the devil. It can be a good card. It could be the energy's working really good for you at the moment. Okay.
Okay, so Carla. And then Paula will be doing Charlotte. Oh gosh, is that time already?
42. It's been an hour
Right,
already.
okay, Carla. Carla, so we'll speed up these a little bit to get through your. So this card, the Two of This card, the Two of Cups, Carla, Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. For me, this is all about juggling money, particularly juggling jobs, juggling money, robbing Peter to pay Paul a little bit. You might find that you've got ideas on a monetary level, on a material level that you're juggling around, and you literally just might be moving money from one hand to the other. While it goes out, it is coming in though, so you do have the balance of it there. It's asking you to weigh up situations in a practical manner, think about things in a practical manner, and you might have actual two jobs or be really thinking about doing something that involves juggling in one way or another. If you've got any emotional, any relationship things, it's asking you all to think practically about it and not emotionally about it. The stormy weathers of the emotional stuff seem to be in the past now, so you seem to have been able to keep your head above water, and although you might have to still keep your head above water, it does seem to be passing a lot more smoother now. So I'd have said there's a couple more months of juggling around for you, but you can manage it, you can get your head above water, and you will be able to make a practical decision. Alright?
Okay, so who we got now?
You have now got Charlotte.
Okay. Okay, so I've just realised I didn't put the others in.
Is that why you keep getting the same ones?
Getting all the major arcana. Maybe there was some major influences going on, you see.
Maybe there was.
Major influences, big changes. So anyway, what have we got for, what's her name, sorry, Carla?
No, I've just done Carla. You're doing Charlotte.
Charlotte, sorry Charlotte, this is for you. What a lovely card. So this is your wish card. I love this card. So it's your little pot of gold. So, wishes coming true. This is also feels very much about holidays, having fun, lots of enjoyment, family coming together, lots of change for the better. I feel a lot of excitement with this card. So it's like, you know, when you get those butterflies in your belly, when you've got some good news coming up and making plans for the future. I don't know whether there could be a wedding, there could be a holiday, there could be moving into a new home. But there's something where I feel you've been putting the work and you've been planning and you've been sat back for a while, and it's all coming to fruition now. So I see family in that card as well, so it's good news all round. So whatever it is, if you're not in planning anything, just expect a few lovely surprises there. It's lovely. Alright.
Okay, Sarah. Hiya, Sarah. So let's have a little card for you, Sarah Dupont. Oh, okay, King of Cups. This card for me is all about overcoming situations. Balance, harmony, acting in a mature, sensitive way, which I know you always do. You might find that you're dealing with somebody who's kind, caring, sensitive, and a mature person, or you're having to handle a situation in a kind, caring, sensitive manner. It does indicate calmness though, and an overcoming the situation. So anything to do with health, we've got to be careful because we're not doctors. But this card, for me, indicates overcoming a health problem or any situation that's been a little bit uncomfortable, overcoming it. Balance, harmony, particularly around emotional things. Possibly the influence of a water sign, so a Pisces or a Cancerian, more than a Scorpio, but maybe a Scorpio. But again, also the emotional stuff being behind you now. Everything that was a bit turbulent maybe is now calm, and you're able. The storm is still there, but you're able to manage it a lot better now, and you can put your foot in the water a little bit more, so you can push yourself. So new ideas will start to come up around you, where it is indicated for you to just push yourself that little bit more than what you might normally do, to have a bit of confidence. But acting in a sensitive manner and behaving and dealing with people in a kind, calm, sensitive way will be the best step forward. But definitely balance and harmony and overcoming things.
I was just wondering, I know they were saying about the sound, what it's to do with the fan in the background. We have got a fan on in the background, so
it's our only one.
Hopefully that's
not... Our biggest one, isn't it?
Yeah, and it has been hot today, isn't it?
You're not getting it, are you?
What?
It's our biggest fan.
Oh yeah! Sorry about that. Yes, it is our biggest fan. Oh, I didn't get it, did I? It was a bit slow. Right, who else we got?
Casey, you have to speak up a bit then. Casey. Mal, I think we've done you.
Again, when you play it back, I've normally found
David,
when I've been listening and when Kate's been on, I do listen sometimes, don't always get bored. But sometimes if you play it back, I've played it back and it does sound a little bit louder. So.
Okay.
Alright, so who we got now?
Tori.
Okay. Right, ooh. The Empress again. She's certainly making her influence known at the moment. So again, good family news. It could be news around children. There could be the birth of a new baby, or it could be the birth of a new idea. It could be the birth of a new business. For me, that feels very much like it's positive, but I want to say plain happy families. So if you don't want any pregnancies, do be careful. If you do, I don't like to, I never predict pregnancies, even if I know, but I can feel the energy very much around family, making plans. It could be a new addition, may not be yours, maybe a new addition in the family, but the Empress, that for me feels very much to do with new additions to the family. Yeah, because I see a pregnant lady. Okay, so happy news ahead, just feeling very positive. I'm not picking anything up other than that, so it feels to me like it's just generally pinpointed around that one thing. So if you are looking to have more children, good news. If you're not, be careful. Okay?
Okay, so there's a couple of people. So Amanda, we're going to have to really rush through these to get... Mal, we have done you, definitely.
If you read back, Mal, if you listen back,
so the people that are saying, you've missed me, I'm pretty sure we've done you. Amanda, okay.
Need to run these through really quick.
We do. So Amanda, then you're Dee, then I'm Penny, then you're Belinda, and then... Okay. So Amanda, Amanda, watch your back, Amanda. Sneaky card. So there's tread on, where am I? There's tread on an eggshells. There is handling or situations that might need a bit more sensitivity again. Lots of sensitivity today. Oh, really sensitive. Watching your back a little bit, you might find that, I want to say the truth is going to come out around a situation. So if you think that something's going on either behind your back or someone isn't playing the cards too honestly, then things are going to pick up. You will find that the people who think they're getting away with something, it
will all come out in the end. It always
quickly. If people are trying to get away with something, then yeah, it will all come out in the end, as it always does. So the truth will come out. Just be aware of your ideas, because you might find that people are taking your ideas, and you know, like psychic vampires, just be aware of those that you're around at the moment, because you might find, Amanda, that they're stealing your energy there. So this is all about really, the card is called the Sneaky card, and it's just about tread on an eggshell for me, watching your back a little bit, being aware that the truth will always come out, as we know.
Good.
So D,
okay, right, let's have a look. So for me, there we go.
Brina, we love you. Oh, I love you too, Brina, thank you.
Okay, so this is all about emotional choices. There we go. So there's more than one choice going on. I'm also feeling around here, I don't know what it is, there's more than one choice. I don't feel it's just emotional, it also could be to do something of a practical nature. You know, it could be to do with work opportunities. It certainly makes me feel that your head's a little bit stuck at the moment about which direction you should be going forward. Well, you know, and was it I mentioned about? No, okay. Again, why not? Right, so moving on really quickly. Again, I just feel there is some choices. Take some time out, think about what it is that you want for the future. Do you know what? It feels really big because I feel there's lots of different opportunities here, and they're all equally as important as each other. So we're not talking small opportunities, there's lots of different ones. So whether you've got lots of different ideas or whether you do play different roles in your work or you've got lots of different skills, I want to say, whether it's about scattering too much of your energies, just draw on the ones that you, there's too much going on here. I feel it's making me feel quite tired actually. So think about what it is that you want to do and make some decisions and move forward, but lots of choices. I also feel with this, I feel like there could be choices where you're sort of taken out of your own environment or where you live. I don't know, it could be involved with a bit of travelling back and forth or networking. Something's going on, it's very busy for me. So making some decisions, sticking with it. I want to go, for some reason I'm seeing April highlighted in big gold letters. So the way I'm seeing it, it's something that's very big. So it's like a new beginning. There could be something around a business opportunity, around a business opportunity here that will bring more success as well. Okay?
Okay, Penny. So Penny, this is, I've got Brian's cards, Penny. I've asked Brian what to ask you because I know you. So Brian says, take a well-earned rest, my friend. Sit back and chill for a bit. You've given it your all and things are going splendidly. I also picked up the Justice card. So for me, Penny, this would indicate that by October, again, lots more balance. I feel like you're coming to the end of a situation, the end of, you're tying up loose ends, you're moving on from things. I know you've got lots of ideas because you've always got lots of new things bubbling away. But I actually feel like things are calming down for you to allow you to tie up loose ends, to finish things, and then have the rest that Brian is talking about. So maybe just chill out, reevaluate things as you come into the next month, and enjoy all your hard work that you've been, all your fruition that you've been getting for things. Just enjoy it for a little while. So hopefully that makes sense, Penny.
I've just seen an image in this.
Ooh.
I just saw you going to the bank and getting out all your pennies and paying for my birthday holiday.
Ooh, how wrong can you be?
Oh,
so
not very
cracking
nice.
this.
Not very nice of me, is she? Right, so
Belinda.
God, this is the last one.
Yes,
Yeah,
Belinda.
5 o'clock, and I've got to go and do a job. And I've forgotten. Dear Eric over there was just reminding me he's just turned up. So,
What do you mean you've forgotten a reason?
No, I've got to do a house cleaning, yeah. But I will go, but I have to hand the keys in the morning now. But I will do it. Okay, so Belinda, what we've got here is again the devil. So again, it is about taking back control, moving forward.
The devil with the sun is good.
I love it. It's happier times, isn't it? From release from restriction. It feels very heavy. So it could be you've gone through a bit of a difficult time for a long time. Could be other people around you that have made you feel restricted. But the sun, it's much more playfulness. It's feeling young again. I'd love to have that card. I'm waiting up a few years of me, but it is about coming into your own again, getting your identity back, being yourself, and freedom, having fun, lots of enjoyment in the future. I want to go over the next 3 months in particular with this. You're really going to feel the effects of the change from feeling that restriction to feeling much more freedom. Okay?
Okay, so thank you ever so much everyone that's joined in. This is our first time from the group. We normally do it from the page, but it seems to have worked, so we will do that. So just a little thought for you all. Everywhere I've gone this last week particular, I've seen feathers. So I know that I'm on the right path. I see feathers as a real support from spirit. Some people will probably think that we just live near a pigeon nest, which we may well do, I don't care. But I've seen
I do
feathers.
see some fleas.
So look out for signs that Spirit are going to show you. This can be in the way of feathers in random places. This could be with some music that you might listen to, and then there's some words that make you think of somebody, or a name, a street name, or a signpost, or what other symbols? Numbers, yeah, coins. So I have lots of things going on with coins for me. Well, so I see 1p for certain things, 5p for certain things. So look out for all the little signs that are going to be around. But feathers in particular
you look very welcoming.
are a nice feeling. Okay, so sorry, we just had a customer come in and blowing all the lights. Anyway, look out for all the positive signs. Thank you for joining us. We will be back next Wednesday at 4 o'clock, not 5 o'clock, I got it wrong. 4 o'clock every Wednesday for the live feed. We're here at the lounge if you want any readings, and we have 10 o'clock every morning from my page, or my group rather, Kate May, Modern Day Mystic, where I do the live card of the day. Alright, so thank you very much. Clouds, yeah, lots of different signs. Clouds, some people have put there. And sometimes you see names on streets, so yeah, look at what's around. I always think that if you think of a question, or if you're unsure about a pathway, and then you see something that reminds you of Spirit, then that's telling you, yeah, you're on the right pathway there. But use your intuition. But we love our little fellows. So thank you. Have a good day.